unorthodox, but it's fine because I am not curated like that. I'm just trying to think about how to be perfect. All right.
Darling, I love you, but can't you see it's over for me? It's over for me.
So we are back. No shade. It's been a long time for me. I haven't done this in almost about like a year, but I had to take a time for myself. I had to heal. I had to let people go. I had to repurpose what it was that I was doing, why I was doing it, and kind of like shed these layers of myself so I could present myself as who I am today. So I've been thinking about for the longest, as you know, as I was gearing up to step into the light, no shade, my own personal light, how I was going to do this intro, because lately I've been realizing that intros are just a very funny, fickle thing, especially in the space that we are in. How you claim yourself, how you claim your light, how you claim your resume can trigger people. And it can also lead a lot of like, you know, strays to come and tear you down and tell you that you are not who you are and all of the above. So I'm not going to do no intro. I don't need no intro. I'd rather my audience learn me as we go and learn who I, you know, sit down and talk to. So with that being said, today I'm so excited because I have a very special guest. I've been wanting to have her here sitting with me for about like a couple of years now. I really didn't want to start off doing anybody else but her. Now, you guys seen her like it probably in magazines already. She's a TikTok sensation, so we're definitely gonna get into that. She's a Women's Performance of the Year in both mainstream and Kiki scene, and now she is fresh off-Broadway, and so we're gonna get into all of that. So I would like to introduce my guest in today's first show, first season. Oh, wait, I forgot. Yes, the name. So the name, right, of the podcast, I was thinking about that too. Like, what the hell is this name going to be? Because, like, Humans of Ballroom is so long. That's going to be the umbrella term. But I'm naming the podcast The Scene, right? And it's a double entendre. We have The Scene, you know, S-C-E-N-E, but I'm calling it The Scene, S-E-E-N, because that is what this space is. We are here to be seen, to be heard. Anybody who sits here is going to feel safe, validated, and be able to control their own narrative, which is so important. So, so let's introduce her. So we have Miss Venus,
hey.
007.
Yes.
Right. So let's get right into it. So like TikTok, we here.
Yeah.
You've had multiple like hit videos, like multiple millions. No shade. I got my first million view. No shade. My little TikTok. I think this year. No shade.
You have the gift of gab.
I mean, we both do. But you said you had Gemini placements.
Yes.
In your. So what is it? What is it? Do you know?
I'm a Gemini. I'm a Venus Gemini. So like how I love.
Okay, so my Venus is in Gemini too.
Okay.
So we get it, right? So
yes.
and so a lot of people don't. So let's talk about TikTok and how that developed for you, how you became a TikTok sensation.
So it was really a manifestation. I'm not gonna lie. I was dating. This is before. I made the account before I was like heavily involved in Ballroom, or I think like before I started gaining more major attention, if that makes sense. And I was dating somebody at the time who's like not in Ballroom at all. And I was like, I really want to be TikTok famous. I'm like, I don't know why, but I want to be TikTok famous. I feel like people have been telling me, and I'm just like, no, girl. Because I would post the content that I post on TikTok to like my Instagram story. And people would be like, girl, just go to TikTok and post it there.
What year was this? Do you know?
Probably like 2020.
Okay, around COVID. Yeah. That's when it really started to pick up.
For sure.
Yeah.
2019, 2020. I think it was definitely 2020. But yeah, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to post. And I was more intentional with it in the beginning because I didn't really know what I was trying to be on there. I just knew I wanted to be TikTok famous, which is so like egotistical, but I did. So then one went viral, like it was like a video with Reese, just key, and it was like 2 million views. That was like my first post. And I'm like, oh,
really?
Yeah, it was one of my first. And from there, I'm like, let me keep the ball rolling. Just did everything.
Yeah, because I do remember, shout out to Sways. I got to get the Sways on here too. Shout out to the Sways. But yeah, so I do remember you and Reese like running around town on TikTok. Like I love the energy between you guys was really great. So what video would you say outside of that you felt like, okay, I'm the TikTok girl? Like,
It's so many, girl.
you do,
It's
because
so
I was scrolling, I was
many.
like, I ain't got for all these, but no shit, you be hitting numbers big.
Yes.
What do you think is the secret behind it?
Authenticity. I think that the the drastic difference between Instagram and TikTok. Instagram feels a tad bit judgmental, in my personal opinion.
A tad?
A tad, yeah. Yeah, right. In comparison to TikTok, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to be the key that I am on my Instagram story because people really like it. And I like it from other people that I watch. So I'm just like, I'm just going to go with this. No makeup. I used to think too much about it. And that was the thing. I'm like, I got to wear makeup to be in this video, or my hair got to look good to make up. Like, no, girl, just press record and say what you got to say.
Right.
So I think that did it for me.
But so do you know what video is gonna pop when you just gonna press record and say what you're gonna say?
Yes. There's still for me a level of strategy when it comes to social media. That's why I always think like I would have been good in that field too if I were working for other people's social media accounts. I would just scroll through my own For You page and see like things that were trending or like sounds that were trending or people's opinion, or go through comment sections and take from that. I used to have like a note, I would put it in my notes in my phone. Like, oh, make a TikTok about this or speak on this. And that's what I would literally do. Or like see a comment that like made me laugh. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a video about this.
Really?
Yes.
So now, with the relationship between TikTok and Ballroom, right? Would you say they both dance around the same, like in terms of like people knowing you from TikTok versus people knowing you from Ballroom? And like let's say like I want to say like maybe the clout between the two. Does it overlap? Is it where like you feel like people may know you more on TikTok than they do in Ballroom, or people, you may get more people that may recognize you in Ballroom versus like TikTok?
I think it's always a surprise when people come up to me and say something because I never know what they're going to say. It's either, oh, I follow you on TikTok, or I seen you at the first ball that I went to, or I found you on Instagram. Now it's, I seen you in your Off-Broadway show. Like, I never know what they're going to say, which I live for. But it's like, damn, girl, I really be in every field.
No shade, girl. No shade. I say that. You live so many different lives.
That
like,
Gemini
so
in me.
many different lives that, like,
Yes.
girl, I'll be inspired because I'll be like, bitch, she's in a new season and you really be in a new season. Girls don't really be giving errors like that, but bitch, you be giving errors.
Every
like,
year.
it really be giving errers.
Yes.
So, now, I think, which I think is dope though for you, from at least from like just watching you over the years, is that, you cannot say when it comes to you that your Ballroom success is tied to your TikTok success. They're separate,
Right.
which is really dope because a lot of clout transfers and things like that.
Correct.
And I can't even really say per se that even your mainstream success kind of overlaps in Kiki too, like, because that transfers sometimes too. But I feel like, you have your, I don't even know what to call them, but you have your platforms like segregated but
They
working
feel
together.
so separate though. Yes.
Yeah.
They're all like, they're working for me, but I feel like they're all drastically different from one another. Like my people's relationship to me in the mainstream scene is like entirely different from the Kiki scene.
Mm-hmm.
And just like audience wise too, like, it's like older crowd in the mainstream in comparison to, it's more of a little mix in the Kiki scene and stuff like that. But they are, it's very different. It's very interesting that you made that observation.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'll be watching.
You're good.
So, but let's get into your Ballroom story. So I definitely seen you step into the scene at the age of 17.
Damn.
American Sweetheart.
Damn.
It was Legends Ball 2019, beginner's performance. You walked and you won as a Juicy.
I did.
On your first debut.
Yes.
Now, those should know, Juicy is one of the top houses in the Kiki scene. So you having a grand prize Juicy debut. How was that moment for you at that time?
That, if I'm like, you really just brought me back, like just thinking about it. It felt unreal, which is crazy. But like, again, I have intention with everything that I do. Because I was at the door when I started. I just used to sit there and watch people in like Kiki Lounge and stuff. Never used to want to get up in Vogue until like I finally pushed myself. And that's when like I was with Thunder, Darius, the girls who used to be there, and they took me to a Juicy practice. And I'm like, I want to be, because I was told and like informed on what women's performance give. And I'm like, oh, this sounds a tad bit boring. No, from what I've seen and from what I've heard.
Well,
yeah. I think it was more in comparison to the performances that I loved.
Right.
So watching trans women and the butch queens that I would see at the door, even Barbie when she was there, because she used to be there as a baby. I'm like, oh my, I'm in love with this. I'm like, I want to move like this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to carry. Like, I need to prove myself because I want to be in this space. I don't know what it is, but I want to Vogue. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Was you dancing before you decided?
No. And a lot of people always make that assumption and say that.
Yeah.
They're like, it's so crazy. Like, because, you know, Venus got dance background. And I'm like, who told you that? Dance background. I don't. I went to like an art school for a little bit and we took dance classes and stuff, but never anything professional. None of that. I could barely catch a step. It takes some time. I can, but it takes time.
Really?
Yes. My retention is crazy.
So like doing like Vogue productions and stuff, is that challenging for you?
Yeah, it's literally the retention. Like, I can do it, but I've just been told, like, babe, your memory to it. Like, you have to drill it with me.
Yeah.
If we drill it a few times, by the end of the week, not even, by the end of the day, I got it.
Is that the same when it comes to acting?
No.
Wow.
No. Yeah, it's all different. From dance, acting versus singing, my retention is different. I think dance has been the most difficult for me for sure.
Choreography dance.
Choreography dance, not voguing. Dance. Yeah.
So, okay, so, right. So then after that, you pretty much you just took the road from there. After that, I remember you seeing at the Candyland Ball. This is when you were starting to pick up. You have the blonde, like Wet and Waving, if I'm not mistaken, or I mean, I live for that. You was on your Doja Cat bag. You was a bit thicker too, no shade. Not saying that
you
way,
think
but
so?
like, yeah, I think so. It was a little thicker. But so now, you know, you're stepping in, you're starting to, create that blaze for yourself in this category immediately. She Vogue's like the girl Axel from overseas. I forgot. I think she's a prodigy, or it could be another something. But so when it came down to these comparisons, and now you're in this space where you're getting the ballroom fever, how was you handling these comparisons at an earlier time?
Oh, child. Or as early as, 18?
Yeah, I didn't even know he was that young.
Yeah. It was a lot for me. I'm not going to lie. I am highly sensitive. Listen, we could talk about my chart, but I am a Cancer all the way. I'm a full-blown Cancer. And I have ADHD. And like, I'm highly sensitive, emotionally dysregulated. All the things. I'm so serious. All the things. So I think I used to, and of course we all want love in the scene. Like, I want people to appreciate the stuff that I like put out and produce. So when I started to figure it, like when I started to go to comment sections and shit, and I would see like, oh, they actually hate me. Oh shit. Okay.
But you wouldn't know, but they hate you.
Like, it's just, what'd you say?
I was going to say, you're winning though, but they hate you.
Yeah, or it's just like, Venus didn't deserve to stay. She played. I don't know who the fuck she thinks she is. All the things. I've had people, there's one I'll never forget. Like, it was like a battle with Tutu, and they were like, oh, Venus always acts so nasty in her battles. I don't know who she thinks she is. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I? I'm trying to win. But yeah.
Excuse me, I'm a little cold.
Yes, but at the time, as like not now in comparison, but at the time, starting off extremely young and not really understanding what that looks like or dealing with hate or knowing like how ballroom is, just because that's like the thing, like to be shady and stuff like that. You kind of get used to it or you don't. I used to always think like, oh, I'm gonna leave the scene. It's too much. I'm too emotional. I can't deal with the hate. I need everyone to love me, girl. I could laugh at it now. It's laughable. But I'm happy. I'm just like, girl, if you leave, they win. If you stop, if you give up, then they automatically win. So I'm like, no, I'm just going to keep going.
How did you get to the point where you could laugh at it?
I think just age. More into my 20s, for sure. Especially now, my frontal lobe is starting to develop, so I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. But yes. And I think also just getting used to losing or just not doing your best. I think me being able to have known like, okay, I have some real good clips that I'm very proud of. I have real good moments that I'm very proud of. But I also have moments where I'm like, girl, you played. Like we all do. But I'm like, oh, girl, either too drunk, too nervous, too something.
Yeah.
Or I just hated my effect or whatever the case may be. Where it's just like, you need to have those moments too.
Yeah.
I think I used to be scared of like, oh, I can't walk this or I can't walk this because it's not perfect or I don't look like this. I don't want to lose. Girl, just get out there. You got to lose to win. So.
Yeah, I think Ricky said that.
Yeah. I had to lose to win. I had to be like willing to embarrass myself. I would not be at this point if I wasn't willing to embarrass myself. Now I get like more annoyed with people who are just like, no, I'm waiting for the right time. There's no right time. I just started walking balls. I'm like, get me out there. I'm hungry. Let me walk.
That's the same approach you kind of have with TikTok.
Very much so. Just get me out there. It don't gotta be perfect. That's the problem. People waiting too long. I need my stuff and I need it now.
So now, you know, you've was recruited into the mainstream. You started out as a West.
Right.
You went to Aga.
Right. Oof.
Back to West.
It was supposed to go that way, but no.
Supposed to go that way, but not right. So let's start with you entering West.
Okay.
And which I think was a really dope move, right? Which was crazy too, because you having an experience that is, I want to say, a little bit more elevated than most, right? Like you're starting out in these really top houses that already has like a name for themselves. And, you know, the girls, not saying other girls talk, but you know how the girls like, we theorize about like performers versus the name and which is backing them and which is adding to the win and things like that. Did you feel like the names of your houses was adding to your wins, adding to your cloud? Like, how did you feel? How did you develop your relationship between your art and the house versus the house?
I think, well, for one, I think two things can exist at once. Like, I know I have talent backing me up, but I'll never fix my lips to be like, oh, this house also didn't help elevate me. Because I think I got a lot of assistance even from being a Juicy. Like, I don't think I would be nearly as far as I am if I were in a Juicy and I wasn't getting some sort of direction outside of me, like, essentially teaching myself how to Vogue. But, like, people tweaking your stuff, helping you. But, yeah, same thing with mainstream. I was crazy about it. I got recruited at a Kiki ball. It was the ball where I had the blonde, wet look. That's one of my favorite clips. When I came out, it was during COVID, mind you, peak COVID.
That's when it was the red floor?
Yes, that basement.
Yeah.
That was Vogue Elevations. That was the beginning of Vogue Elevations with Snooki. And mind you, I was coming from a video shoot. It was the one of me in the tunnel that I no longer have on my page. But literally came from that, got in the Uber with this guy.
Video shoot?
Yes.
Video?
Yeah, no, yeah, it was my own. It was in a tunnel. It was through this, like, I think it was called Vogue TV or something.
Oh, wow.
I was like, they're not active anymore. But I did like a thing with them. Miles did a video with them too. I'm not sure of the name, if you know what I'm talking about. But no, you don't? Damn. Anyways, it was a while ago. But did that video and then ended up in the ball. I don't know, did I win? Yeah, I didn't win the money, but I won women's performance or something. And Anthony, yeah, he was there and he was like, you want to be
Anthony West.
Yes. He was like, you want to be a West? And in my head, I'm like, oh, yes, I do. I think mainstream wise, I didn't know. I knew about Mugler. I knew literally about like 3 houses at most. Mugler, Aga, and West. And I think I would just like watch people's clips and I was obsessed with like a lot of West at the time. Like the chant and everything. I'm like, there's something about this house that I really live for. So I said yes. I didn't really second guess it. It really was a fast thing. We got on the phone probably like a few weeks after that, like 2 weeks after that, when I was like working somewhere.
So what direction did you get from West? Do you believe that was different from what you was getting from Juicy?
Damn. That makes me essentially think of James. That was probably my first relationship that just felt like I was receiving, I'm trying to find the right word, like act like criticism, actual constructive criticism.
Okay.
Because I've received criticism, but it's not constructive. So it's like, you look bad doing this. This looks late. And it's just like, whoa, how can I fix it?
Yeah, that I feel like that's like
wears
an
me
old
thin.
school type of thing, because a lot of people don't really know how to teach or at least deliver,
Right.
you know, like criticism where it could be digested. And some people feed off of that, like negative reinforcements type of thing. But I'm the type, bitch, I need you to tell me like how to make it better. And like,
I don't.
you know, no.
You think like, cause it's like a reverse psychology. Like, oh, I'm gonna tell this person that she looked late when she Vogue, and like
She
that's
feel
gonna make her
better.
hungry. And
Yeah,
like,
that's not me.
it did for a little bit, but I'm like, you need to actually tell me what I need to be fixing.
Yeah.
Cause then I can do that and work with that.
Yeah,
That's constructive
the
criticism.
tools, yeah.
I think James was really good at giving me that. Like, he'll observe my clips and be like, I could tell that you were doing this when you wanted to be doing this, or like, you should be like working on this, and like, you know, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I literally went to Baltimore when they had a practice out there. I was with Nunu. We got on the bus, practiced with all the girls. So I think that he was like really like the big inspiration for me. I loved James. I love James now still. Yeah. So
Why did you leave?
you said, why did I leave? The first time. Damn, girl, which house? Like,
Good. You were signing all these leases, Miss Thing. Like,
I'm young. They called me out. I said the same things to them because they were over me when I got on the phone with them the second time. And like, Venus, James told me, and I'm sorry if I say, but James was just like, Venus, I cried. I cried. Like, you broke my heart when you did that. And I'm just like, James, that I never knew that happened, because I love him. But why did I leave? I just think I was like I was young as well, because I was in the Kiki scene at the same time when they had asked me to be a West. So literally like 19, 20, I was walking, like 20 years old for sure. And you know, in the New York scene, it's a little bit different than in comparison to like I loved the idea of me traveling with them and walking like state to state. But I think there was also like, I did want to find more like, just organization within practice, especially at that time, because I feel like I needed the practice really bad. I'm like, I need somebody to like be leading me, and James don't live here, so yeah, I loved him helping me out and stuff like that. So that was kind of like the disconnect. But other than that, no, I never had a problem with anybody. I feel like they took care of me, sponsored me when I needed to be sponsored. So yeah, no, I loved them.
so, because, you know, I think, having a level of awareness of that, right? Of being in a space and kind of knowing what you kind of may need to elevate your performance and making that direction. Was it difficult for you to have like, to make that choice between what you know for yourself and loyalty to a house?
Repeat that. My ADHD
Like,
smoked me.
like, okay, so when you're making a decision to leave, right? It's you know, you making a decision from this awareness of just kind of like, you know, you want more. You don't really feel like you're being fed as much, but yeah, you still want to be loyal to the house because, like, you know, you have really no, you know, you're not really leaving on bad terms. You're just really leaving because you kind of want more. You want to, you want something else now. Like you feel like you're being plateaued at this point.
Right.
Right. So was it a big battle between you to make those, to like, how did you navigate that decision? Like making that choice to leave? Did you speak to somebody?
Yes.
Did you?
I was in the house when Asia was also in the house. So I got on the phone with Asia, and I also got on the phone with James. And I think they're still very understanding. Like it never gave like, how could you do this? Like nothing like that. It's just like what do you feel like was the issue? What do you feel like we could do better? Also asked like, do you still like want to stay for a little bit and try it out and see if things change? Yeah. And just in that place, I was just like, no, I really want to just be on my own, I guess, and figure things out. But yeah, that essentially was it. I just got on the phone with two people, but it did feel heartbreaking at the same time.
Yeah.
It was definitely heartbreaking because I don't I don't like addressing stuff at one. Like it's very difficult for me to address conflict or the elephant in the room. Like, damn, I really gotta leave. I really gotta put my big girl pants on and tell these people.
Be confrontational a little bit.
I gotta go. Like, I don't like nothing about that. But I had to do it.
Right.
But yeah.
And then you went to Aga.
I did.
And it's known for Aga to be having a to have what you was actually really looking for. How was that experience being in Aga?
Okay.
Because the relationship is with Juicy. You also are Juicy. Things overlaps there.
Right.
So how did you navigate that?
I think my hunger was kind of like coming back, or I was trying to pursue this. Because I've taken my breaks here and then, trying to figure my life out.
Right.
Trying to figure out what's next for me. And now I'm in a place where I actually took a break and like was in a show. I was able to figure that out. But before, as an aga, I'm just like, I want to get out there. I want to walk, or at least try to. And it's just, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy as an aga. I loved the support I was getting from Haven and Cameo at the time. For Cameo up and left. So, damn. But I enjoyed the very short time I had. When I went to Philly to battle the girls, I was with Cameo. We was with, I think Haven was there too. In a car. We took a car there. It was very fun. I love Cameo. He brings such good energy. He makes me so happy. And just Keeza supports me. I love feeling, there is a part of me that wants to feel like I'm supported. Like, what are we doing? When are you walking? What are you wearing? Like, just like that type of, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's been kind of, the girls talk a little bit. It did buzz in my ear when it was just kind of given like you was leaving these houses because you wasn't getting the princess treatment in certain spaces.
And that's what crazy is. I hate that idea because I never go into something like, I deserve this position, or I don't care about none of that.
Right.
I just want to carry and make a moment.
Right.
I live for that. I like memorable shit.
Right.
So, yeah. I get more upset when I like feel myself or like it wasn't my best. But yeah, no. I had to go. So
when you won of the year in the mainstream first, well, which one did you, well, you won both, right? But when you won of the year, women's performance of the year in the mainstream, what house was you in?
In mainstream West.
You was a West.
Yes.
And then, so explain about how that experience, like how did that come about for you? And same thing when you won it for in the Kiki scene too.
Crazy enough, I think it was the same year.
Really?
It might have been.
Was thriving.
Yeah. It was definitely like a 2020 or 2021. It was one of those. But I feel like it was the same year. I'm not too sure. But say that again. So for mainstream.
Yeah. So like how was it winning of the year in both scenes at the same time? No.
I feel like I was really going for, I don't know. I was just really going for it. It felt good. A part of me before, I'll be honest, before Riley, because Riley was still out before me. But I think like essentially after I like won that and stuff, she was like really out. And I think it felt like I felt a little bit undeserving at first, only because I'm just like, okay, like I'm women's performance. I'm not really battling nobody. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So just like, it's easy to still get it of the year when it's just like you're out and you're consistent. And it's just like, I still believe I vote down and stuff like that. But it's like, there is a part of me that's like, well, was I really carrying on anybody for real?
Right.
So there was that aspect.
I mean, were people telling you that? Did you feel like that when you won? Okay.
No, that's just my
my
psyche.
Okay. Now, yeah, so getting into actually walking the category in women's performance, you were definitely walking it at a time where the category, people was really starting to pay attention to the category like heavily. Right. And like, so would you consider yourself like one of the trailblazers for the category?
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. You're definitely in the conversation for that.
I think, no, intentionality wise, that's what I came into this wanting to do. Like, I wanted it to feel different. I wanted people to feel excited about women's performance, or at least to see me come out.
Right.
Shit. So, because I'll never forget, I heard somebody being like, oh, when women's performance happened, that's when the girls be like, oh, girl, let's go get our drinks. Like,
yeah.
I don't live for that. So, I like excitement. I like people to just want to be excited to see me and come out and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was what I needed. So
let's get into some of your favorite battles. What are some of your favorite battles that you could say for you that you loved?
So many. I think it was Icon Ball, which is one of them. That was a battle with Riley. And I think it's more the backstory behind it.
What happened?
Because honest to God, like, even though we were battling back to back, I was sitting her and she was sitting me. I'm still, but bitch, I was always so nervous. I'm still nervous. Like when I battle anybody for the most part, but especially women, femme queens and just cis women, I was so nervous at that ball. And James was reading me on the side because I was like, I don't want to walk. Like, I don't want to, like, I have bad anxiety. It's crippling. Yeah. But I still be pushing myself. Or I have like a shot or a drink. I don't drink anymore. But that's what I was doing at that time. And I'm like, James, I can't do this. It's like, Venus, are you fucking kidding me right now? Get on that stage. Like, it was giving 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, hello. I'm like, okay, just gonna do it.
Yeah.
So just, after my 10s, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta battle this girl. Like, I don't want to battle her no more. She be carrying. I don't do acrobat. I don't do the acrobatics. I don't do. I don't know how to do that stuff. I gotta do me.
Yeah.
But that's where honestly I felt like I was heavily supported by James, because I feel like he never tried to change my Vogue. Like, he worked with what I had. So he's like, you can't do this. So work with what you do, and give that. So
it's fab, because I've always felt like a lot of these leaders always pushing people to do the acrobats because it's a win, and then everybody looks the same, and then they complain about it, but they still vote for the same thing that they complain about.
Right.
But that's really dope. So, and that says a lot though, right? Because when you win by voguing like you, and because you wrote your own lyrics and you're producing your own craft and things like that, like, it hits more than when you're carbon copying everybody else.
Yes, that's when I started to feel like I was losing. Like, I was on.
Yeah,
like when I was trying to like vogue, or just like, I think everybody kind of goes through an identity crisis a little bit when it comes to their vogue.
20s down.
Exactly.
What?
So
Girl,
I was going through that. I'm like, do I need to stretch more? Do I need to lift my leg up? What the fuck do I need to do? Do I need to learn how to 360? And I'm just like, no. And I'm happy I came back to myself. And I also had this conversation with Day Day, where it's just like, no, girl, vogue the way you was voguing. That was working for you. Like, vogue the way that feels fitting. So there was definitely that. But that was a major clip. I have a few. Damn. Oh, me and Monte, which is not mainstream.
Okay.
That's my favorite clip of all time.
You have to send me these so I can, like.
You never seen this one? This was at Toy Story, which I won.
I wasn't there.
So good.
Really?
So you never seen that clip?
No.
Of me? No! You would gag.
Yeah, I don't know. Nunu brings me all the time. She's like, you don't know anything. I've been healing in the back. Like, girl.
If I know, I'm gonna show you. It was so good. That one, it's just always a backstory behind it. Didn't plan to walk. I definitely stole somebody's like cowgirl hat in the back. I'm just like, I'm gonna walk this wall. I found a hat. I'm so sorry to whoever's hat that was.
Bitch, that is the
I'm
Kiki
so sorry.
scene. Like, that's original Kiki scene shit, bitch. You got the drive to war, bitch. Girl, what? Yes. No, go ahead.
It was literally Toy Story, so it's just like cowgirl. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna wear my bootcut jeans there. My flared out jeans. I'm just like, I really want to vogue in a sneaker. I never vogue in a sneaker, and I'm gonna get buck. I remember I told my girlfriend, I'm like, should I put on a heel? And like, yes, girl, don't wear no sneaker. I'm like, I'm not listening to you. Come on in a sneaker. And I'm seeing the lineup, and I can kind of tell sometimes, especially when I'm in an era of like carrying, sometimes people don't want to battle me. Ooh. Like, or I see them just like, they start moving and changing people. I'm like, oh girl, I'm not doing this with y'all today. I see Monte. He's outside looking good with his little six pack, his body out and stuff. And he's next to me, and I'm like, okay, well, let me think about this for a second. Monte's attractive. Very.
You know,
they're going to be looking at that Vogue too. That Vogue is cute. He looked good. I don't play like that. I'm just like, especially first battle.
Right.
So in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm about to get you the fuck up out of here. I'm sorry. I had to.
And you did.
I carried bad. Like, I took the mic and I commentated into the mic and then I dipped.
Did I see that? I'm trying to think. Oh,
it was so bad. The whole ball went up. That's my favorite clip.
Oh,
I watch it all the time to lift my spirits. I'm not going to lie. And Monty's like, girl, I'm not battling you again.
You know what's so funny though? Because it really be stuff like that brings it out of you.
Yes.
It really be that. And I think sometimes because you just, when you feel like a bitch vogues and it's about like the talent involved and you know it's not really the popularity. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it brings something out of you. I feel like that way when I battle Khalik and the girls and the same thing. Like it's something about them specifically that it's just like, I know, like I have to, like I'm just not in my head. I just have to go. Like I have to like do it. I don't know. So
did you just walk Red Ball?
Yeah, and I
You
had
was-
to crash out and everything because I just
What?
didn't. It's just, I'm coming back from a lie, girl. That scene tore me out. So
Were you battling?
I was battling Charmin. It was
Because I was watching you. We was living, girl.
Girl, but I was crashed out, girl, because you know, they try to play. I felt the energy, and I'm still trying to be in that, like I resonate with what you're saying as far as like the anxiety, like, and everything. Like, I get that, but when I'm looking at the faces of the girls that traumatized me, and they sitting up on that panel and they just looking with it, I feel like I'm battling this spells in their head. Like, I have my intentions of what I wanted to do, how I wanted to show up, and everything. But when I got there and I seen, I was like, oh shit, like these bitches all have, like, it was like flashbacks. And then after the battle, because I was battling Charmin, it was all, they didn't want to battle her, whatever. So I'm like, bitch, move, battled. But then when I seen, I just knew how it was gonna go, and I just felt like I had to run my shit, and I don't like doing that. I already crashed out on Facebook, girl. So it's like to do that again. But I'll say for me, it was necessary because I had to speak my truth out. Whether or not they heard it, they like it, whatever, I had to speak my truth out. So next time, I don't think that's going to be far back in my head as much. But the bitches had to remember who the fuck I am and my contributions to that space.
We love your vote.
Thank you. But yes. So with that being said, back to you. How what did you learn from traveling in Ballroom? Because you went to Paris too. You walked out there.
No, I went to London.
Oh, that was London.
Never been to
Girl, I feel
Paris.
like they're all the same. Sorry.
Okay. Very close.
Yeah.
It's Philly to New York.
Yeah.
Literally. Paris to London.
But
Philly
you went to
New York.
Europe.
Yes.
Okay. So you both did Europe. And so how was that? Because you're coming from the Bronx, girl. Now you're in Europe and you're voguing, and you're starting at a place where you was just at the door, and now you're in Europe, right? So how was like that stepping into a new, you know, overseas performing?
That felt so fab. It felt so good because that was my first time traveling. Outside the country ever.
You did the little nickel.
Yes.
I watched some stuff.
Yes, I took that from Gigi. Oh my God. I said I'm taking that. It was so fab. I had such a good time. It was also the week of Carnival. So the girls was just outside. Everybody was outside. Hated the weather. The weather was playing. It was because the ball is outside. It was raining that whole beginning. The girls was walking in the rain and dirty and roguing on the But when it got to my category, it was done. I'm like, oh, that's God. Look at God.
Right.
But I walked that and I felt like I wasn't nervous at all. Like I was keen with everybody there. It's people that I've been dying to meet for the first time. People I've met already but haven't seen, like all the European, and they're younger out there too, or like closer to my age, I guess. So it was so fab. I definitely had a time.
You had a time.
I
love that. So you haven't vogued in Paris
No.
yet. Interesting.
You know what that's gonna give, girl.
I feel like they're gonna receive you extremely well.
You think so?
Why not? I feel like, you know, they do have an element that is not here in the States anymore. Like, so I feel like, no shade. You don't think so?
I don't know. Honestly, I can't say no.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't know.
A lot of those girls were in London too when
That's
I was
so hard
there.
for you to say, right? Like,
I really know. I mean, because I really don't. I'm just like, I don't know how the fuck you gonna receive me. Because they got their legendary women's performance.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just like, well, I feel like I'm eating it where I'm at. Like, you know, in America, I'm setting a standard and example, just like being the girl here. I'm just like, y'all got y'all girl over there.
Right.
And she's been out since she was like 13.
Yeah,
so
she has.
shout out to her.
Yeah. But I've been
like,
itching. I think we're all itching. I think we're all waiting to see how that is. Which I think is, no shade. I think we're waiting to see that. I know I am.
Some people want a tag team. Some people want a battle.
You know, y'all got battle first and tag team later.
Right.
You know.
You think we look alike? I think we look alike. And I'll be honest.
Because you said it first. But that's what I thought. That was like really crazy to me because I was like, damn, it's such a parallel.
It's such a
but like, I just think it speaks to the spirit of Vogue, period. How that is able to like happen. Another deep topic for another day. But I really think that it's an element to that because it's unintentional. Like, you're not coming out
So
here
funny.
wanting to,
It's so funny.
emulate and all this other stuff. Like, you're doing it and it's just so happened. But also, too, it's just y'all both two eating it bitches doing it for the category and making it, like trailblazing at the same time. Like, no shade, you're both building your own thing out there, which I think is really dope. So yeah, I think the culmination of y'all coming, like, the girls may want it for their own bets and playoffs and
Right.
stuff. I just want it for the craft and for the fact that, like, it's needed because y'all both folk down.
Mhm.
So for the sake of voting down, I just would like to see that. So,
Right. For the culture.
For the culture. Always for the
Culture.
culture. So let's transition a little bit into more of your personal.
Mm-hmm.
And so how do you identify? Because you've dated some girls in this scene and you're still surviving here today.
I am.
That's a survival story in and of its own. So how do you identify and how do you go about that identity within this space before I dive into it?
I'm pansexual. I don't know. I feel like I discovered I was pansexual maybe in high school when I heard the term. Because I didn't realize at first, but I'm just like, I like everybody. Yeah. It's also the Gemini in me. I'm just like, I live for everybody. I'm nobody to judge. So, which is crazy because you think I guess the way I present or look, people automatically assume that I go one way or I like men or I want to be girl. They cute too, but like, no. Very pansexual.
I seen, so jumping back to TikTok, because I seen a video of you basically saying like, oh, how can the girls get upset that I'm like dating like butch queens? Like, they look so good, they so clean, and what the fuck, and da 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 da. And I was like, she better own that shit, bitch, because no shade. But because that is that is really new,
Yeah.
per se. Right? Like thriving as a cis woman who's pan and you're just openly being authentic and like being able, like, the comments from Vogan is one thing.
Right.
But comments on TikTok,
Oof.
it's another thing. Like,
Yeah.
So what's your experience like dating a butch queen?
I've never dated. You know what was crazy? When you asked this question to me, like when you told me or like sent me the things, I'm like, I'm gonna address it here, but I'm just like, you thought I dated a butch queen?
I thought you did. I thought I seen you.
No, I'm like, I've kissed a lot of them. Like,
see, girl, that's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah,
I've
like
seen you kiss a few
involvement.
boys, but no, I thought because you had an era.
Which one? Shit, which one?
You were
Which hair?
stripping.
Oh.
No, not stripping. Okay, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Dancing.
It's okay.
Dancing. Go-go dancing.
Right.
Yes. You were go-go dancing. And that era, because you took a step from the scene from that and started
for a year.
For about a year. What?
that's- yeah.
So, okay, but I thought at that time you was dating a butch queen. Or a
No,
guy.
but who did you? I'm curious to know.
I swear, I thought I seen you in a picture hugged up with the dude at that time.
Damn.
Supporting your go-go dancing dreams. No, I'm bugging. Because no shade, no. Because I be watching, no shade. There was another clip I seen on your Instagram.
Yo, you making me look so crazy.
No,
Like-
but you own it so confidently.
true.
And I think as a woman that's like, if the bitches think that look crazy, that's because they're not getting it. But there's people that look at it that can see as like, oh, there's somebody like her that's possible that I can manifest. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, oh, there's women out here like her. I mean, the whole DL conversation and everything that's kind of thriving right now. So it's like, you break that mold of like, it's possible for me to live in my truth and be with a woman that also is living in her truth in that way.
Right.
So with that, that's why I'm like, so circle back. I seen you in a little mini clip. It was probably after a function or whatever. I think it was one of the little aftermaths on an OG network, I think. And you rolled up on London, Mulan.
Oh my God.
Girl, you don't remember?
I don't know.
Girl,
No, but please tell
girl,
me.
y'all was flirting. She was on the passenger side. And I think y'all was flirting. Boots. And I was like...
Was she in a car?
Yeah, she was in a car.
Oh my God. You know what's crazy though? And I'll be honest, no, but I say it to everybody. London was like my first femme queen crush.
Yeah, it was very visible. It was very...
Yes. I'm like, oh, I lit like, oh my God. So yeah, I'm just like, okay, that woke it up for me. That made me realize I'm just like, I really do like everybody. Like,
Oh wow! But you haven't dated a butch queen before.
no,
Have you
never like.
dated straight men that act like butch queens?
Well, are they really straight if they act like a bitch? I don't know. Well, okay, I feel like my first actual relationship was with Omi.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Get out. No
Yeah.
way. Because when y'all debuted that on TikTok, it hit. And I was like, oh shit. But I know it was like shattering because you was already a sensation at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Dated Omi. I did that kiss. Already hit. How was that? Like being public with a femme queen in today's time. Explain, take us, please.
Oh my God, I've been waiting for this.
Yes.
Oh my God. Like, the amount of people who are so invested in knowing, like, how we're involved sexually is like, I get the curiosity. Don't get me wrong. I'm a curious person too, but like, damn, like,
It's deep.
it got a little, there was a part of me was just like, I'm a person and she's also a person. It's just like, we're okay with showing each other off. I like to be shown off. I'm a person just like, treat me like a trophy. Like, this is who I'm with. I'm in love with this person and vice versa. So I had no issue at the time being public. I think it did make people feel very parasocial because of course you're being public. So I think you're just automatically giving people the open space to give their opinions on my relationship.
But she's also at the time was like coming into her own while also loving you, and you're still in the scene, walking, traveling, doing all these other things. You're both in Ballroom, right? Like, so has Ballroom gotten in the way of that at that time, and y'all?
Boots. That's why I left Aka. Well, that was really the initial.
Yeah.
They knew that, I think, for the time. Omi also knows that. Yeah, no, it was difficult. Not as a juicy per se, when we were both juicies, but I think being in both houses together and then going through the moment that we went through when we weren't really like, where it was kind of going downhill. Yeah. It gave, oh, no, I gotta go.
I believe where, girl, you threw a shoe at her. When I heard that broke news, I said, bitch, Loving Ballroom, bitch, they doing 11 hip hop now. I was like gagging a little bit.
We were arguing outside of all. But let me give some context, please, because no, because they're gonna run with this. Don't do that. Because Omi just dropped me off here right now.
She
okay,
did.
Thank you.
She did.
Thank you.
Both look lovely, mind you. Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna say Dante because I don't know what y'all about to talk about in that.
No,
I'm like, girl, don't do that.
I'm not giving that. Nah.
No, because we can laugh about it now for sure. And what's actually so funny about that situation is literally after we are so like A24 out of a movie. Like, we went to the pier after that and we just kissing down.
Kids.
Like, yeah, it's so dramatic.
Yeah.
It's so dramatic. But no, we were I was with a butch queen who we don't have to I was with my friend. He's cute. I know he's gay. But I have expressed like attraction to him before. Whatever. He was like showing me a clip, I guess. He was like, oh, Venus, get into it. So we like just keying and talking. I'm watching the clip. And then she comes up like, but we're not on good terms at this point. But she comes up trying to like steal him away. Not in a, just giving like, oh, we're gonna go take a picture. Let's go take a picture. And I'm like, girl, huh?
Well, because you know that's a way of throwing it. Right. You know how to go throw it.
She's like, you got a problem? It's just so fun. She's like, you got a problem with me? And I'm like, I say nothing. I'm like, I'm like, girl, whatever. She's like, oh, that's what I thought. Like literally like bucking up. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Girl, the back and forth, I threw a beatbox. It was giving scream war. I hated it so bad.
Crashing out in front of the girls.
Like, so bad.
So bad.
So embarrassing.
With that.
Yes.
Bitch. Sorry.
They throw it in my face and I'm like,
girl,
y'all not gonna do that to me. Like I'm some sort of mate. Like, no.
Bitch.
No.
They will. But you guys moved past that.
Yes.
Wow. So, but you haven't, and then so you haven't really, outside of that,
Mhm.
you hadn't necessarily dated the femme queen, I mean, like other femme queens or other butch queens in the scene. Do you feel, now, do you feel pressure to show up in a scene a certain way? Because you know femme queens have their pressures, and that's something too, you know what I mean? Like, do you feel the same way for you to show up, like how you're supposed to show up to the ball, show up in your category, representing your category? Do you feel that ballroom pressure to do so?
Crazy enough, I feel like I put that pressure on myself.
More than anything.
Essentially, yes. But of course, I do think altogether, specifically for femme queens, they do put that pressure on them. And I don't have that experience at all. But I do think, just as a woman, a trans woman and cis woman, I do think that there's this like idea in the scene where it's just like you have to show up hyper feminine at all times. Yes. And this expression of hyper femininity within all categories of just like the commentary of like, oh girl, why she not in a heel?
Yeah.
Or why she don't got her hair done? Or just like, God forbid I want to live. God forbid they just want to live and breathe. Because that's what a woman is. Be like, a woman, being a woman is so hard already.
Right.
Now
right.
you put pressure on people to get their hair done and shit. Like, okay.
Vogue in a sneaker.
Like, damn.
But girls used to vogue in their sneakers.
Exactly.
Like Tamaya vogues in her sneakers.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the first person I got it from. I'm like, well, Tamaya was out here voguing me flat boot and stuff like that. I'm gonna vogue in my flat boot. I'm gonna vogue in my sneaker.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is weird commentary when it comes to like even in women's forums, they're just like, oh, why is she not in a heel? Or like she's in a heel and she's in a this and a that.
Do you feel like you have to vote because you know you get well, I've heard critiques of you voguing more like a butch queen than you do a femme queen for women performers, and that's the hyper feminine like approach. Have you heard of that before, or how do you take that comment?
Of voguing like one more than the other.
Yeah.
Or voguing like a butch queen specifically. I don't take it any sort of way. I think there's clips of me where I am. Very much so. It's very prominent in the clip. I think more particularly that comes out when I am like in a flat boot. Or also times I think specifically where I've tried to explore my Vogue and try to figure things out. It was very butch queen.
No, okay, but I think having room to explore your performance is so important. God for fucking bid. You want to explore something else and do something else that's not sensational all the damn time. I forgot where I was kind of leading with that. Outside of just validating the fact that, like, I'm glad that you was able to be in a space where you can, explore your vote, because it's the only way the craft I feel like is going to grow when you start placing it in different elements and things like that, right? Right. So let's get into what Ballroom actually has opened the doors for you, because you're still, again, right now, like I said earlier, fresh off-Broadway, Saturday Church. Fortunately, I get a chance to see it, girl. But I wanted to, though.
Next show.
It's still coming. Oh, it's still, you guys are
still whatever show I do.
Oh, yes. I really do. And I think it's important to really start supporting people who are doing things outside of ballroom and those ballroom adjacent, or just period. Just so, you know what I mean? Like, not only does it push the audience into a different element sometimes, but we are so much more than just a category. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're a multi-dimensional girl. No shade. We do all these different identities and layers and textures and all this stuff that you took the time on, which I always liked, always loved. I was like, bitch, every new cut, every new color, like from you being like in your sexy bag, even recently with the black hair. I'm like, she is taking time to express. And I think above anything else, like the root of, I think, your success, of your authenticity, is just expressing yourself and things like that. And that's such a thing. But anyways, yes, let's get into the show, these magazines, how that came about. So let's start off with, how did you feel getting into the first magazine? What was your first magazine you got into? Because you was in 2.
Damn. It might have been... was it ID magazine? I'm so humbled by this experience. No way. I'm just going to the swiping down to the bottom of my Instagram, because I feel like that was like.
So all right. So you have Dazed magazine, Elle magazine, ID magazine.
Was it Dazed?
It was Dazed.
Dazed was the first. Elle magazine, yeah, as well. No, Elle magazine was before that, actually. So it was L with Yara Shahidi.
How was that?
That was actually like non-ballroom related for the first time because I was like freshly out of fashion school.
Oh.
So yeah, Chris literally done everything.
Yeah, girl.
Freshly out of there. So there was a designer that just graduated the year before me and asked me if I just wanted to come up on this thing and just be like in the pictures with her. But what's so crazy about that shoot specifically is like, I think those are students from Parsons. And I think that they were convinced that I was a Parsons student.
Oh, wow.
Which was so funny. Do what you got to do to be in the limelight, baby. Because baby, I'm nobody's Parsons student. I dropped out after like mid when COVID hit. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
So wait, outside of like, what is your highest vision then for yourself? You was in fashion school. You know you wanted to be a TikTok sensation. You had your attention with voguing.
Every fucking thing.
Like right, you did go dancing. You're coming back now. You're on Broadway. But I think now, so where you are now with where you want to be at? With
I think I'm in a really specific place right now, which I'm so happy for because it took me a lot to get here. But I had to try everything to get here. Just do a little bit of everything and see what worked for me and what didn't. Essentially, I wasn't making any money from TikTok and stuff like that. And I think that's what kind of like drew me away from it. I'm like, bitch, I'm not making no money out of this. Like, I'm like, I know it's for shits and gigs and stuff, but I'm trying to make something shake. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, if I'm going to do this, I need to be intentional. Or in my eyes, I'm like, I'm wasting my time.
right.
So when it came to booking my first Off-Broadway show, which was a blessing. And that had a lot to do with me it wouldn't have been if I wasn't involved in ballroom at all. Because I was voguing in it and stuff. And I do also know how to sing because I was in a choir. I was
I just found that out too.
Yeah, when I did college for a little bit, I was a theater major before I just left. It was like, I could do this without it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But that really set it off for me and just essentially where I want to be headed. Like, I just want to act. For real, I want to be, or just in theater. So musical theater, because I'm signed now. Thank God.
What?
I just got signed. Like one of the, thank you. I'm signed to CESZ. They're so fab. That's one of like the best agencies in the States. So, and I knew that was a big one too. I'm
really?
like, I used to be over because I'm like, I want to be signed. I'm like, I need to at least feel like somebody's looking out for me and sending me consistent work. It's my job to get myself booked at the end of the day, but it's so much more helpful when people are just like, hey, we have this here.
That
you have
just show up.
Exactly. Instead of me going out my way. Because when I booked Saturday Church, that was through Actors Access. So that was all on my own. I did a workshop with them like probably the year before that. A movement workshop with a few people from the scene actually. And yeah, I guess just starting from there, they just always knew, the choreographers knew me going into the audition. And I booked She. And I sang for them.
How was that experience for you?
So fab. So fab. I think it's set me up for where I'm headed. It's the reason I'm signed now because the agent who's the woman who's the agent for the other ensemble in the show are now my agent as well because she came to see the show. So literally one of the guys was just looking out for me. He was just like, hey, she's gonna come this day, like, you know, be on your shit extra today, like carry on, do what you gotta do. Just, yeah, she gonna be here. I didn't get to meet her that day, but I just always kept it in mind because I'm like, I want to be signed. I need to be doing my stuff. So, yeah, but honestly, the people, the networking, the things that I've done because of that show, just in that minimal amount of time is just so crazy. And all the knowledge that I've absorbed. Because I'm a person, I'm going to ask questions, especially when I want something.
Right.
I'm like, tell me, how's your agent? Who's yours? Do you like this person? How'd you do it? Everything. What's in your music book? Monologue wise, some people who are just acting more than others. I was there with fucking Tony Award winning actors and actresses.
Yeah, you had like a couple of celebrities show up too.
Yes.
Name them.
Damn, we had
Pink.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Wow.
Yes, loved her. Whoopi Goldberg. We had Billy Porter. We had India Moore. We had at a party associated to that. Well, it was a gala. We was there for Anna Wintour. We had Michael Kors. What's his name? Michael Kors? Michael Kors. He came, watched it. It took me a second. I'm thinking of Calvin Klein, channel. Michael Kors. Damn, a bunch of people. I don't know. Some people from like Tyler Perry movies and shit. Just, Beyonce's mom.
Get the fuck out.
Beyonce's mother came to see motherfucking Saturday Church, y'all.
Wow.
You know she wasn't gonna stick around and take no picture with us, but yeah, she saw it. It was so fab.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm
Honestly,
happy.
thank you. I wanted that so bad. I literally, that was a big child. I get anything I want because I'm just like, I want this. And I lead everything with a question after that. I'm like, how am I going to get it? Because bitches could be like, oh, I want something. And it's just like, you just say that you want something. But that's not the same as being like, well, what can I do every single day to get closer to this thing? So I was taking my ass to Broadway Dance Center and I hated doing it. But I'm like, I'm going to dance. I'm just going to dance. I'm going to take my classes, learn how to retain choreography. Took myself to, I could sing, but I was like doing vocal classes again in groups. And we would like practice auditioning in front of one another at the end. Did that. And I'm like, all right, well, now I'm going to book myself a show.
And you did.
And did. And I'm like, bitch, I really did it. So that was like a big moment for me, for real. Because I really wanted to be in a musical specifically. So that was my first. Yeah.
And ain't your last either.
Okay. No, I really want to be in a play. So.
That's coming.
And go back to school.
Oh, it's not, I won't even ask your age, but you still have time to do all of that, though.
Oof.
Yes.
But yeah.
So, fortunately, we have to wrap this up.
Okay.
But I want to say thank you so much for being here, for starting this off again for me. This means a lot. I've been wanting to. I just was so hell bent on just, I don't know, getting you, like I said, from the stuff I showed you behind the scenes and all that and everything. Like I was very intentional, like you, in terms of having you sit with me. Your energy, my experience with you throughout the years, watching you perform, everything has always been consistent. And I think that propping up people with good energy is so fucking important to me. And so, again, I just want to say thank you for showing up as you, being yourself, giving us entertaining clips to watch. You get what I'm saying? Not being so, not being a problematic girl. Like, you know what I mean? You just here to have a good time and do you. And so I wish you nothing but the best, please. And, you know, we're going to keep in touch and I'll be here to support you and everything else. But thank you for supporting me here in this moment right now and showing yourself and being seen on the scene.